Okay. First episode back of 2025.
2025, bitches.
I've been knowing you since 1997. Well, you were born in 1996, but I wasn't born until 97, so that's when I knew you.
So technically,
I
knew you
way
first.
Back.
Because I knew you.
We knew each other at the same time.
No, I knew you in your belly. You didn't.
No, you didn't.
Your belly. You didn't know me, but I knew you in your belly, in your mom's belly.
Okay, fine. You're right. Cheers.
Not
Not too much. Not too much.
I knew you in the belly.
Let me open this poison. I need a chaser.
The poison. Why are you calling it poison?
Because this is literally poisoning us. This color,
it is.
It's not natural. Any artificial coloring is fucking poison. I'm drinking it because it didn't have Snapple. Actually, Snapple, I don't even know.
If that's good, right?
No. It's not that it's good. It's not good, but it's damn sure better than this because Snapple uses real fruit flavoring.
But
at least.
you know, in other countries, some of the foods that we have here is not the same color in the other countries because they don't add the dye and stuff.
Yeah,
it's literally looks different.
Yeah. Mm. I actually feel like I'm disrespecting myself as I drink this. As I eat anything bad that I just... But I do every day in moderation. I really try to stay away. I haven't drank something like this in a long time. Yeah. I really try to stay away from preservatives, artificial coloring, artificial flavors.
Anything with color, I try not to eat. Literally.
Any processed foods. Yeah. It's terrible for you.
It is. My family picks on me all the time.
Don't get me started on health bullies. Okay? That's one way to piss me the fuck off. When people make fun of you for trying to do better for yourself, go to hell. Honestly. Actually, you're gonna die sooner anyway. Absolutely. So we'll see where you're gonna go. But seriously, I just don't understand how you could possibly laugh at or just make fun of someone who's trying to better themselves and live a longer life or be healthier. Grow the fuck up. Literally, no, it's just a sign of immaturity and ignorance, honestly. And if this is you, I hope you feel personally fucking attacked.
But you know what the problem is? People have lack of education, kind of like we were saying, and they don't understand. It's bad habits, lack of education. They don't know what they're putting into our bodies.
Yeah. Oh, you think you're too good to eat this? Yeah, actually, I do. I think I love myself a little more.
Yeah.
Than to let myself poison myself.
Like you said, I try to stay away from processed food. That means cheese. You guys buy those packets of cheese, even the shredded ones, milk, even the bakery products at Publix.
Calling out Publix specifically. Any grocery store.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where that Publix is right next to my house. Sorry, Publix. I'm shopping you guys every day. It's so annoying that they have that new fancy Publix down the street. Please don't take away the one next to my house, please.
Oh, my God.
Have you been to that new one?
No, I don't need to go there.
They have a fucking burrito bar.
They have that everywhere. I mean, they keep posting it everywhere.
It's so annoying. But,
Whole Foods was like that before.
Oh, really?
They have...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But good for them. I've always loved Publix. Publix has always been more of a top-tier grocery store. It's like comparing Target to Walmart.
Yeah.
Publix to Kroger. Some Krogers are nice, though, but a lot of them are not. But all Publixes are nice. Just the layout is better. The produce is better. The meat,
it is.
Everything is better at Publix, for sure.
I can't wait for somebody to say, I'm going to find you. I can't wait till I see you in a Walmart or something. Well, they don't put Walmart in my zip codes.
Oh, my God.
Only Publix over here, baby. Deadass. But...
You sound like such a bitch. That's so funny.
But talking about bad products, how do we know what's bad and what's good?
First of all, if you can't read the ingredients, or if there's just too many ingredients for a simple ass product, it's not good. Almond milk. If it doesn't say almonds, water, and salt, and has a bunch of other extra shit, not good. If it's something ends in OSE, glucose, fructose, dextrose, maltodextrose, terrible. Anything that has a color and a number, red 40. Like, they just now banned red dye number 3, I think. The FDA.
Oh, they did.
It's been banned in every other country.
Yes, every country but fucking America.
And it was like this whole thing like, oh, finally, it's just terrible for us. I don't know how they've been letting us consume it anyway. Like, yeah, it should have been banned, and that's just one of many. There's still red dye 40, which is the most popular and awful. That's not regulated in the U.S. Like, the U.S. really does not give a fuck about us. They want us to remain ill. They want us to need to fill up their hospitals. They want big pharma to make all the money in the fucking world, which they already do, at our expense. They don't care about us. If they did, so many of the products that are in our most popular foods, skincare, hair care products would be banned.
Yeah, even that's another thing. Our products that we use on our bodies. I think, you know, my partner was saying that today, like, oh, why don't you use blah 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 lotion on your face? I was like, do you not know what's in that product? I'm not putting that on my face. I only use natural. I try to be very specific because that stuff is soaking into your body. It's going to soak into your brain. It's going to soak into
it's soaking into your body and your bloodstream. Everything.
What is this?
Yeah. Your uterus?
Yes, your uterus. It's going to soak into
literally
all
like,
that stuff.
I don't know if it's pronounced endocrine or, I think it is endocrine something. Endocrine disruptors or something like that. That's what a lot of those bad products are. It literally can't even escape your body. That's why, like, you're not supposed to, even Vaseline, black people love some damn Vaseline. Terrible for you. Literally. It never leaves, it has no way of, like, escaping the body. And then you're rubbing it on your lips, going right into your bloodstream. Like, it's just all bad. But yes, I like to use Yuka. It's an app that I am a brand ambassador for. I'm really not, but I'm speaking that into existence because the way I be putting people onto this app, I need to start making
it is a great app.
But seriously, you scan products. It could be hair care, skincare, food, literally anything. Not anything. They don't do like vitamins, supplements, if it has too much protein, alcohol, but mostly everything. You can scan it and it'll tell you like from 0 to 100 if it's bad or if it's good for you. And if it is bad, it'll tell you why it's bad. It'll tell you the ingredients that are bad, why those ingredients are bad. And it'll give you, typically, if there is a better option, recommendations for stuff that is, you know, healthier. Like, I know this is definitely going to be red. I don't know on a scale of 0 to 100, but it'll be red because I know it has artificial flavors, artificial
Well, go ahead and
colors.
scan it. Let's see.
When I see stuff like yellow number 5, blue number 1, all these things that end in phosphate, anything that ends in OCs, high fructose corn syrup, I just know it's bad. That's poison. It's terrible for you. You're asking for illness and disease and to die. Yes.
You know, when I first went on my journey of trying to be healthy, I downloaded that app. I don't have it anymore, and you just made me feel like I need to re-download it.
Everyone needs that.
I deleted it because I realized everything's bad for me. So I just have to eat healthy. Like,
I don't want to drink this anymore.
I already knew. What does it say?
0 out of 100.
It doesn't even have a 1%.
Bad. Literally 0. It has, and the worst things are the additives. 8 additives. 4 of the 8 additives are high risk, and two are moderate risk, and 2 are risk free. But I try to stay away from all additives. The high risk additives are.
Keep going.
What did I tell you? Yellow number 5, food coloring. Blue number 1, food coloring. Sodium benzoate. I don't know how to say that. Don't get on my ass about it. High risk. That's a preservative. Sodium polyphosphate, high risk, a texturizing agent, and a bunch of other shit. These high risk ones, like anything that says high risk, why are we even allowed to consume it? Why is it even being sold on our shelves? And a lot of these aren't even like allowed in other countries. Like,
yes.
And it'll tell you like they're restricted in other countries, but the USA doesn't regulate it. if that doesn't tell you enough, I'm not really sure what can convince you to just educate yourself and do better.
No, honestly, it's bad.
I'm just going to read the description for yellow 5, high risk food coloring. This artificial colorant is suspected of contributing to the hyperactivity and attention deficit disorders in children.
That's
in
why
layman's
everybody
terms,
got ADHD.
That's ADHD, ADD. Seriously, all these kids are eating fucking Scooby snacks and all these damn Skittles, Starburst, just full of this shit. And then you wonder why you're can't fucking focus on
blame it on the sugar. No,
you're
being drugged.
Yeah. It could also disrupt gut microbiota. Also, your gut health is. And we just keep getting smarter and smarter and smarter as a human race, just discovering more things, realizing how certain things work. And your gut health is directly connected to every single thing. Everything we know now. We know now that your gut is directly linked to the brain.
Oh, yeah.
Everything revolves around your gut health. We know this now. It could also disrupt gut microbiota and trigger intolerance reactions in sensitive individuals. Finally, excessive consumption may affect the liver, kidneys, and reproduction. Liver, kidneys, reproduction?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
And then it's like women, you know, they blame the genetics or wonder why, and it could be genetics, you know,
it could be other
but
stuff,
you don't know. You could be wondering why you can't get pregnant at age 30. I mean, it could be because you've been putting all this shit in your body for 30 years.
Yeah,
not knowing. That stuff adds up. It
all those honey buns
up.
you want to eat, all those zebra cakes, all those Swiss rolls. Yeah,
for real.
No, seriously, that stuff is.
It's sad.
Yeah, it is.
It really does sadden me because, you know, I see like elders in my family getting sick or having, you know, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, just, and it's so sad because it really does stem from lack of education and just being passed down like bad habits. Like it's really a generational thing that is just so unfortunate because a lot of this stuff is so preventable. It's so preventable. You could just eat better. Obviously, exercise and being fit is one thing, but just the education of eating better, like just be aware of what you're putting in your body, and you won't have to spend your 70s, 80s in a fucking hospital. You really don't.
For sure you don't. And one thing we were talking about, making food from home. I don't eat any salad dressing off the shelf anymore. I don't.
Salad dressing is bad.
This is just an example. I home make my salad dressing now. Even when I go to Zaxby's or something, I want
to look at the most popular.
I love Zaxby's salad. Don't get me. They got a good salad,
salad.
Yes, a salad. But I don't use their dressing because naturally they're gonna use the same dressing everybody uses, and any shelf dressing is just not good for you. So I home make all my dressings now. We should stop being lazy. Americans want to move fast with everything. And because we want to move so fast, we don't want to take the time to make our own food, you know, put a bread in the oven and cook it. We just want everything at convenience. America is all about convenience.
Yep.
And that's the problem. We need to stop and slow down sometimes.
Now that you said that, I immediately thought of the most popular salad dressing brands. There's Kin's, there's Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley is probably the most popular. They're literally all bad.
Yeah.
Like,
they
0
are
out of
bad.
100. 5 additives,
Shit.
3 high risk. Again, phosphoric acid, disodium phosphate, monosodium glutamate, MSG.
Yeah, MSG. Yeah, that's a big one. That's in everything. It's in a lot of stuff.
Yes, especially Chinese food.
Yes.
And if you notice now, some Chinese food. It's so good. But after I eat Chinese food, my skin literally is irritated. I feel inflamed.
You can feel it.
But some Chinese restaurants now have MSG-free options.
Yes.
And that, that says a lot too. But yeah, people, just please
let's do a little better. We want to live longer. We want to live healthier. Have healthier life. You don't want to be, like Aysia said, older, being in the hospital, things of that nature. Let's live long, healthy lives. It is preventable. When, I was saying, when I went out the country, like the way they eat in Greece, like they even use the olive oil and everything.
Yeah.
Like the way they cook with their food, like
seed oils are so bad for you. Seed oils are
Yes,
inflammatory. That's why the
Yes,
only
they are
oils you
bad for
should
you.
be eating is olive oil
and natural
avocado oil.
Yep.
And
Natural though, not just because it says it on this.
vegetable
Read
oil,
the back.
canola oil, great. Any seed oil is literally so bad for you. Also, all that fried food you're eating, all of that is just.
Promise you, your poop probably won't stink. Your sweat. Oh my god, my sweat smells different when I eat different. Seriously,
Yeah, I know.
What's coming out your body is
It's
literally
toxins.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're dying in America.
Yeah, we are. It's sad. I literally beg. I beg and I plead with you to just
We're
get
pleading.
get
Your
educated.
hustle is pleading.
Yes, get educated. Stop poisoning yourself. Stop paying big pharma. Stop letting the U.S. government kill you. We love you. Please do better. No more artificial flavors. No more artificial coloring. Everything. And you know it's okay every now and then in moderation.
It happens.
We're not perfect. It happens.
Yeah.
I was forced
Right
to
here.
drink this.
Yeah. That's what
I'm
I say.
probably not gonna finish it. And I'm probably gonna have to drink a gallon of water to even make up for this. But you know it happens. But just try. It makes a difference.
If you do try, like you said, like it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm
feel
not gonna,
better.
yes.
Skin's better. Like you said, you smell better. Everything. Everything just operates better when you're not filled with poison.
Let's cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
As we're cheersing, this is
natural alcohol,
so
guys.
contradictory.
No, look, if you go to Mexico and shit like that, where they make the liquor or whatever, I don't fucking know.
And
but
if you drink, try to at least drink with.
But I'm saying, like, if you get like where they really, because Mexico where they make the tequila,
Yeah,
it
they
is
don't
different.
have all the additives.
Yeah.
It
tastes different. It tastes different.
For sure.
It's
You
better.
feel different.
Let's just do better, people.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I got my water.
Good for you.
I was looking at this shit. I was like,
should we do some ASMR?
what'd you say?
ASMR, not ass. ASMR, like, you know.
I don't know what she's talking about.
ASMR, it's those sounds that are satisfying to people. You know, when you can hear everything, all the
for real?
noises. That's called
Oh,
ASMR.
we should make a YouTube with a bunch of ASMR.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, I
Anyway.
think I know what you're talking about. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. What else am I really passionate about? I'm just so passionate about people being healthy. I don't want my people in the hospital anymore. I don't want my people dying. I don't want my people having high cholesterol and type 2 diabetes and ADHD and autism. I don't.
Yeah.
Just stop poisoning yourself. Eat better. Parents, don't be feeding your kids cheap shit. I know it's hard. I know it is, but just if you love them, just do right by them.
I hate to say this because I don't want to be one of these people, but one thing I've noticed is the Caucasians, they be, even though their stuff is lame, even like some like, oh, their shoes are ugly or oh, this and that, they be doing stuff that is sometimes better for their bodies. And I mean, honestly, I threw my boyfriend.
It's the way. What was the correlate? You said their shoes might be lame.
No, like, you know, we talk like, oh, some people be like, oh, I'm not gonna wear those shoes, they're ugly. The shoes are good for your spine. Like,
Okay. I see what you're
You
saying
get what I'm
now.
saying?
Yes.
Like, we're so into things that are looking cool
good
and trendy. But
yeah, you're right.
I threw my boyfriend's daughter a birthday party. I bought so many snacks for these freaking kids. Do you know what they ate first? The cucumbers.
Wow.
They never touched I had 12 cupcakes. Only one cupcake was gone.
Good for them.
I had 24 donuts. One donut was gone. I had a cake.
They were like,
They didn't eat the cake.
we don't want that shit.
They ate the freaking cucumbers. And she goes to a private school, so she is around a little bit more.
They're more
Caucasians, and it was all Caucasians, but white people, whatever. I'm not about to call them that. But they ate the freaking cucumbers, you guys.
We gotta do better.
And these are kids.
Our kids would have went straight for the damn donuts.
Yes. Ours ate all the cake pops.
It's unfortunate. I hate to see it. And it's just like, it makes you wonder.
We have to do better.
Nobody in our government, like, we have yet to see an official who's really like pro health education.
Mm-hmm.
I think from the top of my head, Michelle Obama is the only person I can really think of that really
the health thing in the school, right?
Yeah, I remember
that was when we were
in high school when this happened, and we used to have good ass high school lunch. We had the pizzas and the Oreo ice cream cones and the 5 vending machines. We had everything, all the good shit. She came in and shut all that shit down. We had to switch to healthy vending machines. Veggie sticks. She changed the lunch menus, and everybody was pissed about it, talking shit. But when you get older, in hindsight, it's like, damn, she really tried. She really looked out, and that stuff was killing us.
Yeah,
it really was. So I respect her for that a lot, And
if we want to be better, we gotta do better.
Yeah,
do better. And it's not only, black people, but us. We, as
Americans have to do better. We have the highest obesity rate in the world.
We got a bunch of fat people.
Yeah.
Talking about fat people, bro. Talking about big people. Did you see that girl who is suing Lyft?
No.
Hold on. Let me pull her up real quick.
A big girl suing Lyft?
Yes.
Why?
Let me show you. She is about...
Because there wasn't enough room for her in the car.
So she's really large. That's how she looks right there. That's how she looks. So she's almost about between 500 to 600 pounds or something, they were saying. I mean, she's a large person. You guys can look her up so you can get an image in your head. And the Lyft came and he was like, I'm sorry, you can't get in my car. He has a Benz. If anybody knows a Benz for real, Benz tire sucks. No offense, Benz, but they're not the best. They're a little thinner. They're maybe not the most sturdiest, You go over a pothole, that shit going, you're going to have to go get a new one. So he was like, I'm sorry, you can't get in my car. I had this issue before and you can't fit. That's what he told her. You can't fit. So now she's suing Lyft. And the guy was fired from his job. And you could tell he was a foreigner. And some of these foreigners, that's the only way, that's how they go and hustle and make their money. So I'm like...
So in his head, he's saying she can't get in because he thinks she's too heavy for the car's tires.
Mm-hmm. And that she couldn't fit. He's like, you just can't fit in my car. It's a regular sedan. It's like a regular little car. That's what they're called, right? Sedan.
A sedan?
Yeah. It's a regular car. So he was like, no. He was like, she was like, so you can't take me.
But she could fit in the back seat.
Well, he was like, I'm just gonna cancel. He said you need to order Uber XL. That's what he told her. He literally said, no, I have to cancel. You need to order Uber XL. And
Oh my God.
So she's suing Lyft. And whatever state she's in, I think it's Washington or somewhere. If I can't remember, but whatever state she's in, they said that weight falls in the same
classification.
Yeah, as like being black or being white. It's, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it falls under the same category as discrimination. For those things, and that weight is one of them. So she's definitely suing them, but
she'll probably win because when it comes down to it, 600 pounds is not gonna make your fucking tires just deflate. What are they gonna sit there and his whole vehicle is gonna just go to the ground?
What do you mean it's a backhoe?
What a car can carry 600 pounds is not gonna move
but
this man's whole
it's
vehicle.
evenly contributed, not in one spot.
like move a little bit, you can feel that.
That's what I'm saying. What if if you're
sitting,
sitting, one side of the car is gonna be like doom doom doom, and one side gonna be like lit, like it's gonna be like doom doom doom, trying to fucking drive.
I need to look up what is like the average max.
Somebody was like, oh, 30 PMI versus 40 PMI, that makes a difference. I don't really
tire
get
pressure.
it. Yeah, and somebody else was saying like, it was so funny because people are like, what's the difference between her and 5 grown people in the car?
That's what I'm saying. one person that's 600 pounds is not gonna make the fucking tires to fucking deflate.
But they were saying
if you had 5 people in a car, that would be over 600 pounds.
But they're saying it's because of the way the weight is contributed. If it's distributed. I'm Asian, y'all.
I know.
I can't speak English.
Wow, I thought it would be more than the maximum weight capacity of a sedan, also known as payload capacity, is typically between 800 and 1,200 pounds. This nigga thought that she was gonna sit in his car and all his tires were gonna get in the car.
Some people have PTSD. He said he had a bad experience. He said he's a Lyft driver. Maybe that happened. Maybe 2 big ass people got in his car and that shit went
payload capacity. The tire pressure is also
ask him.
Tire pressure can be affected.
See?
Okay. Maybe that's a valid argument.
So if your tires is like this thin already, what if his tires was mad bald? That's what it's right.
That's not her fault. My thing is I wouldn't even feel comfortable telling somebody like sorry.
My thing is I would have just drove off.
I can't take you right now because you're a little big.
He sat there and went back and forth and was like, "You're too big." I wouldn't even have XL. I just would have been like, "Oh, I got an emergency." Cancel.
I was like, you know what? Something came up. I have to go home. I wouldn't even have the audacity to use that reasoning to somebody.
I mean, but
I'm also more empathetic. But
you don't need
Destiny. You don't need to talk about her. You don't need
we were just talking about being healthy. We just did a whole session about being healthy. This is example A. Go. I'm not even trying to be rude because I understand being big could come from depression and bad habits and genetics, but we have to be healthy. Like you're suing for all this money, but
you have to be healthy. Listen, I saw this big girl in the gym the other day, and I tell you, I was so happy to see her. I was so happy. I wanted to go up to her and be like, I love this for you. Like, I'm so proud of you. I was so happy to see her in there. And not only was she just in there, like, I'm happy if you just walking into the gym. You came. That's better than nothing. But she was on the Basu ball. If you don't know what a Basu ball is, that's those little half, like, it's flat on the top, and it's like a yoga. A medicine ball underneath. You could stand on it. It's good for like balance and core. It's like flat. She was standing. This girl is big, like over 300 pounds. She was standing on the Basu ball, just balancing, just getting it with the ropes. I was like, I was so hyped for her. Because I'm like, people just trying to change. You're trying to do better for yourself. I don't care how many times you go to the gym. I don't care if that was day 1, day 20. I just love to see you putting in the effort. And it's like, if she could do it, like, what's anybody's excuse,
Because sometimes I be nervous to even go in the gym and work in front of people.
She was probably thinking, somebody might be looking at me, judging me. And I just looked at her, like, straight proud. Like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, that is.
Like, I was too happy. I love seeing people trying to better themselves.
I do, too. I root for everybody. When, like you said, even when I see old people outside, I'm like, go on, man.
You see old people walking or doing whatever. I'm like, yes, it's inspiring. It's really beautiful.
It is. Because my ass needs to get in the gym just to be healthier, for real.
Yeah, people just need to be less judgmental, more supportive. Everybody has a different story.
We need to stop being judgmental.
You never know what someone has been through, so I love it. I
mean, though,
I promise you, I don't need to see this woman anymore.
I mean,
I see how large she is.
I don't know if that. man maybe should have lost his job. Though.
I don't think he should have gotten.
I think they should have had to talk to him.
I can't even speak on it. I don't know how I feel about it. I know his car wouldn't have deflated from her ass sitting in it. And I also, it's his car at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is his car. They're independent contractors.
Let me tell you something.
They're independent contractors.
I have a car on Turo, right? And this isn't, I'm not discriminating. I'm not discriminating on anybody's size, looks, nothing like that. But this one woman came to pick up my car on Turo, and she just was moving funny. She was moving weird. She just looked real skittish, real jittery, and I just felt like something was off. But we're not allowed to be like, oh no, I just decline. I just don't feel comfortable with you taking my car. That's not an option, right? So I gave her the key. She got in the car and everything. And in my head, I shit you not, I said, I hope she doesn't get in an accident. Like, I could see her getting in an accident because how she's just so skittish. Like, if she's operating skittish with me, why would she not operate a car skittish, you know?
Yeah.
Next day, I get a call from my insurance. Like, do you know that your car has been involved in an accident in North Carolina? I'm in Atlanta.
North Carolina.
My Turo description has it in big bold letters in the first sentence. No out of state trips. So I'm already like, what the fuck? I'm already pissed. Do you know your car has been involved in an accident? It's been deemed totaled in North Carolina? I said, ain't no fucking way. Mind you, the lady who I said was acting all weird, she was supposed to bring me my car back this morning. I'm hitting her up. She never brought the car back. She was ghosting me. She wasn't responding. Come to find out, she fucking in a whole nother state, totaled it. And I'm like, well, what was the accident like? Is everybody okay? So they were like, well, we can't get in touch with her. She's not answering. But it was just her. She just drove into something. Like, she drove into, like, the median or something.
What?
Yes. Literally.
So how does that happen? Do you, like, sue her? Like, how does that?
No, I mean,
because you have
everything's
insurance.
is insured through Turo, so that's
so
really
it's okay.
fine. Yeah, they just ended up paying out.
So whatever happened to the lady, though?
She hit me up after the fact, because I'm calling her trying to figure out what happened. She's ghosting me, but I guess once everything was just kind of set in stone, she was trying to call me like, oh, how much are they saying? Because she didn't pay. So when you book a car on Turo as a guest, you can either select the insurance so that if something happens, you're not liable. You have to pay a little bit more, a deductible or whatever. But she opted out of the insurance. So now whatever they had to pay, so they gave me like, I don't know, 20 grand, like cash. Not cash, but they wrote me a check for 20 grand. She didn't have to pay that because she didn't get insurance.
Oh.
So they literally are going to charge her $20,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's hitting me up.
It's just like renting a car. Same thing as renting.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So she's hitting me up like, I know a place where I can get it fixed. Like,
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
girl.
bitch, get the my phone.
Yeah, whatever you got going on, my car gonna come back falling apart when I get in.
The worst part is, the whole entire time up until now, from when I met her to give her the key, from when I was interacting with her, she acted like she didn't speak no English. She was Vietnamese. She acted like she didn't speak no English. Every time
but when she called you, she spoke
straight English, like the cleanest English ever.
Oh no, yeah, that's.
But I knew something was off with her. She was acting like as if she was running from somebody or something.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you do have to literally.
Like, I feel like you should be able to use your discretion. If you're not comfortable with something, you don't have to do it. Now, this big lady, I don't know if that was a valid thing that could fall under discretion. But I'm just saying, as the owner of something, you should have full right to decide if you do or don't want to do something.
You should just maybe, I guess,
you
should have handled it better. Yeah, like, because he sat there, gave her all these explanations,
Yeah.
was saying all this stuff, order. He told her to order X.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But she posted some pictures of herself in a car to prove her point.
I fit just fine.
They were all like
big cars,
like Escalade style, like
big body XL.
Yes, they were all big. So it's like, okay, what point are you proving? Like,
not a point.
Yeah, but poor man. So let's be healthy, you guys.
For real. I want you to know that I am so happy being single.
Why? Tell us your reasons for being happy about being single.
I love being single. I'm so like content.
Your exes are gonna watch it and be like,
probably. I'm so content like being with my. Some people just don't like being alone. Some
that's
people
true.
don't like.
There's beauty in being alone.
There really is. Some people don't like being alone. Some people don't like sitting alone. Some people, even if they are alone physically, they gotta be on the phone. They gotta be listening to music. They have to be doing something. I genuinely like enjoy myself. Like I love being by myself. I love just sitting there in silence sometime. I love not having to tell anybody what I'm doing. I love not having to ask what anybody's doing. I love not having to say good morning. I love not having to say good night. If I want to just take a shit with the door open, I can do that. If I want to stay in the bed all damn day, I can do that. I can eat when I want, sleep when I want. I can literally just do whatever I want without no consideration. And it's just refreshing.
So will you be single forever then?
Probably not, because when you become a senior citizen, I'll say you need somebody.
This is wild.
You don't want to be old and single. That's damn sure not a thing.
You don't want to be alone.
You really don't want to be alone, because I've seen my grandparents when they're older in the hospital, and you have them that'll come visit you, come see you there, but only person that's gonna be there for you for real 24/7 at your hands and feet doing everything you need is your spouse. That's it.
That's true.
That's the only person that's gonna sleep in the hospital with you day in, day out, make sure you're good, cook for you, everything you need is
just
only
take
gonna
care
come
of
from your spouse. It really is. And unless you're gonna have some caretaker, but that's not what anybody wants at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is. I think there's definitely because I'm in a relationship, but I also was single at one point for a very long time, and I really enjoyed it, like 100%. I think there's a little bit of beauty. Definitely, I mean, just with anything in life, though, pros and cons.
Yeah, there's pros and cons.
You know, anything and everything. But I do think there is beauty, and I think I wouldn't have been able to even be in a relationship that I am now if I didn't learn how to be alone and be happy. I used to go to the movies by myself before the relationship I'm in right now. I would go to movies. I took myself out to eat. I did a lot of stuff with Aysia, but like I was able to do a lot of stuff by myself, and it was so cool.
I'm genuinely so happy, and people be asking me, are you dating? Like, how's your dating life? When are you? And it's just like, I'm genuinely so happy. Like, I love myself. I enjoy my solitude. I love figuring myself out. I love figuring out what I don't like, what I do like, just understanding yourself. And also when you get to such a good place, like individually, you're gonna be that much better in a relationship.
Yes, exactly. That's why I say you gotta learn how to be by yourself for sure before you get in a serious relationship.
Yeah, and I also just like want to make sure my cup is really full. Like, I want to make sure I'm really good. I want to make sure my career is good. I want to make sure my body is good, my health, my mind, my emotions. I want to make sure every single thing on my end as an individual person is good before I try to make sure somebody else is good.
Yeah.
Especially how I am in a relationship. It's like I'm like all for that person. Like, I want to make sure you're good. I want to make sure you're happy. I want to do everything. And I can't do that. I can't pour into somebody if, like, my cup isn't full. So I'm really trying to, like, have my cup overflowing right now. And nobody can come in between that. Like, if I will not get in a relationship. Like, I literally refuse. Like, I want to be single for at least 2 years.
Okay, so
more.
I have to ask now. So what kind of guy would you go for when you are ready to be in a relationship? Because no offense to our men, or even maybe like where are you gonna look for a man that will fit your, because you can't go outside, you can't find him in the club, let's be real. I mean, dead ass, if you're here, what kind of man and where are you going to look to find a black man that equals to where you are? Because it is the slims, I mean, it is a little slim, no offense to my man out there, but it's slim.
You know,
it's a little more slim than not.
Well, first off, I'm not gonna look. It's just gonna have to come to me. It's just gonna have to happen. I'm not gonna go seeking. I'm not gonna go on a dating app. I'm not gonna go out looking for that. If it happens, it happens. But like my guy friends tell me all the time, like, I can see you like being single forever, because I don't think anybody, like, I can't imagine someone like being good enough for you. Or, because when I think about it, like the type of person I would want to be with, why would they be single right now unless they're just, or maybe they are in a relationship right now and that's just not,
it doesn't work out or something,
for them. But like, I guess that's literally what I'm asking, and I think I'll be genuinely happy. Like if I am single, but I know you want a baby though. I'd literally be happy. The baby thing, I can't even confidently say that. Like if I have a kid, I know I'll be a great mom, but I don't need it. Yeah. Like, I genuinely would be happy either way. I think I will end up in a relationship. I think it'll just happen. I'm not going to, like, go seeking or looking for it. I don't know where I might meet them. I might meet them at a grocery store. I might meet them at Barnes & Noble. I might meet them at the gym. Just anywhere. I only put myself in certain environments, so those are really the only options I have anyway. So it's just like, okay, if I meet someone at the gym, cool. I know they're trying to at least better themselves. I know they're taking care of themselves. I know, somewhat that, they have at least a good intention when it comes to their health. If I don't know. I really have no idea. I just know I'm happy with or without someone. Okay. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, so maybe marriage, maybe not. Maybe kids, maybe not. Yeah. But either way.
Everything's a big maybe not. And either way, I'm, like, so happy. But I really, like, am anti-relationship because I'm not where I want to be.
But, they said that, the amount of kids the birth rate is like decreasing in like not just America but a lot of places. I know that in America we have the baby boom, so look from the baby boom to now, of course it's going to decrease. It's not going to be at the same, but when you look at it overall, women are not having kids at the same rate that they were having before. We're not our grandmothers.
Nope.
We're not gonna. I was watching this video about African Americans and families, and a lot of these men were having a lot of families on the side. Like, it seems like that's actually more part of our culture than we realize. Like, but we're not going for that in our age. Like, we're not going for all the bullshit. We're picking men that you have to give us something for us to be with you, period. And there's I wouldn't say most, but a lot of men can't do that nowadays. If you're not giving me something, then what am I here for?
I think we have the upper hand.
What am I here for?
Literally. I think we have more options. I think we have more freedom. We have more individuality. And that's what it comes to. The roles are changing. Back in the day, it used to be a woman's role was to be a mom and to take care of the house. And the man's role was to provide. But it's like, we're providing now. And women are independent. So it's really like, we're not forced into that situation.
Yeah. You have to choose. You have to choose. And that's why, like, men have to come correct.
Exactly. Like, we literally have to choose because we're not just having kids for the sake of having kids.
Yeah.
No.
What?
You could not make me have a kid I don't want to have. It's not happening.
First of all, I have stipulations before I have a kid. I was just telling my partner this the other day. If I ever want to have a kid, I want prenatal massages. I listed out everything that has to, and you know what all this costs you? That we were talking about. It's considered a lavish lifestyle. Okay.
Those are the requirements.
So we need a lavish lifestyle for me to give any of that, and that's what it is. If that's what it's gonna be.
No, for real.
We need stipulation. I'm not about to be out here popping out kids for a nigga. Are you crazy?
Yeah. I think now that we're having this conversation, I think if I do get married, I would want to have kids. And if I don't, or if I stay single, like, I'll be fine with not having kids, because I have very, 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 very high standards for who I would have a kid with.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, if I wouldn't have a kid with you, I'm not about to get married to you. And my stipulations are, obviously, you have to provide. You have to be emotionally intelligent.
Yes.
You have to be a good role model. I just have a very set way that I would want to raise my kids.
Yeah.
And
the values you want to even
the values, the morals, the way you treat people, respect, just everything. And if I don't find a man who has those values and who moves through life that way, then I'm just not gonna have a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way in hell that I'm having a kid if these standards are not met. It's just not, and I'll be perfectly fine with it.
So, was there any ex that you ever saw in your life that you were like, yo, I want to marry and have his babies?
An ex?
Yes. Was there anybody you dated and you at one point you was yo?
I thought you were saying now.
No, and you're like, it was ever at one point you saw somebody you was dating, it's like, I want to marry him, I want to have his babies. And do you feel like at that time when y'all was dating, you had the same feelings that you had now? He met those qualifications or those standards?
Actually, no. Anyone that I was with, I did have the intentions of being with them long term, yes.
Yeah.
But there isn't a single ex where I
was like, this is definitely...
Yeah, where I said that this is going to be like the father of my kids, because none of the exes I have ever been with in my head were capable of meeting my expectations as a father. Yes, I've said I want this to be the person I marry, and I want this to be the father
hoping
of my
it could
kids.
grow there.
Yeah, I was hoping it could grow there, but realistically, I knew that none of my exes would be the father that I would need to my kids. And if any of them would have proposed to me at the time, I would have said no, because you're not where I need you to be yet. Yeah. But I'm the type where I will stay in a situation for the growth. Like, if I see, I'm the type to
see
build
potential.
With someone. If you're willing to grow, if you're willing to do what it takes to become a better man, or get to the point where I can see you being like the father of my kids or marrying you, then cool. I'm gonna see it through. But there hasn't been a time where I'm like, okay, you will be a good father to my kid. It's always either you're not emotionally intelligent enough. It could be a pride thing. It could be an immaturity thing. Like, you don't know how to walk away from certain situations. You don't know how to regulate your emotions. You don't know how, you're maybe not stable enough. Like, I
was just having this conversation actually today, and I was saying with somebody, and I was saying, like, unfortunately, some women, I know sometimes we be young, but like, yo, you just had a baby with somebody who was dead cheating on you, and you, in the back of your head, you making excuses, and now you mad because y'all not together, or he this type of dad or that type of dad. Like,
I have no empathy.
We gotta do better as women sometimes. Like, less, like, we just literally have to do better. The signs be all in your face, are all there, bro.
The red flag is being waved in your face, like the damn racetrack people with the checker flag. Like, it's red and it's in your face, and you're just choosing not to look at it.
Yes, and
I don't feel bad when women, and that's the thing. It's the woman's choice always. You can't. It's never not a woman's choice to have her child at the end of the day. So when you choose to not only lay up with a bum, but to not only even get pregnant by a bum, but to keep a kid by a bum, I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. And there's some women who are real enough to go through and be like, look, I had a kid with the ancient father. I got to deal with it. Cool. I respect it. You do what you did, and now you're owning up to it. You got to deal with it, and you can be the best mom you got to be. But 9 times out of 10, it's, oh, my baby daddy this. He's not helping me. He's not doing this. You knew he wasn't
Yeah.
gonna do all that. You chose
yeah.
to have to kill him. So I do not feel bad for you. I really don't.
Yeah, I feel like if that is what you're gonna do, then you have to recognize it and accept it, and then at the end of the day, after that, do what's good for your kid.
Absolutely.
Like, not dwell on it or
Absolutely.
Step the be angry or be spiteful, because
you gotta take accountability.
Yeah, you do. And I understand trauma and lifestyle, what people seen in their life can lead to maybe not making the best decisions, but we really have to even educate ourselves better, understand better, want better, and but I also understand people just also don't want better, and that's to each your own. But I think paying attention to people's morals, characteristics, like you said, emotional intelligence. I mean, I think, for example, one time I argued with my partner. I was getting there, and he's emotionally intelligent, where he's like, yo, if you're going to sit there and do this with me, this is not something I want to teach my kids. So you need to learn how to regulate that shit. I was like, oh no, he did not. No, he did. Humbling. And I'm the one who always gets here.
You're right.
Most of the time, like, don't get me wrong, he can get there, but I can admit I'm the one who usually gets there.
That's real.
And to have somebody who could check me every time, I mean, sometimes I can't handle it, and sometimes I'm like, man, he might leave me because I'm not emotionally intelligent for him. And it makes me grow a lot. And I think if you do choose to be with somebody, especially a man's supposed to be a leader and a teacher. That's what as women we need, because we're so emotional.
Yeah.
So we need somebody who's gonna lead and help us be better. And
I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
A man asked me before that I was with, like, not even asked me, just said, like, oh, you were never, like, submissive enough, or why weren't you submissive? And I didn't understand why in real time. I said, my response was like, let me think about it, and I'll get back to you. So when I thought about it, it was exactly what you said. I said, I didn't feel like you were equipped to lead. I didn't feel like you would make the best decisions for us. I didn't feel like I would always be safe in certain situations. I felt like I would be a better decision maker than
him,
you.
and that's not okay.
Exactly.
Sometimes
you should be with a man who's just like, if this is what he says is the best, then that's what you're gonna go with. But in my head, if I'm like, that nigga's tripping. Yeah. I know damn sure this ain't gonna go well. Or I gotta be the one to get us out of situations. Or I gotta be the one, to make sure shit doesn't go left. Yeah. Why would I be submissive? You can't even make the right decision. You might lead me into damn hell.
A bad decision. And, don't get me wrong, not every situation can be perfect, but you really have to look at an overall person. Like I said, do they have good characteristics? Do they have good morals? Do they have good values? Can this be a leader and a teacher to you as a woman?
Exactly.
And if they're not overall that to you, I don't think you should be with them.
Right. Is this who I would call if I really needed to figure something out? Is this who I would call? Like,
in any situation.
Yeah, in any situation. And if it's not
a business situation, emergent, like crisis, crisis, anything like that. If that's not the person you call, then
I've never been in a situation. I've never been in a relationship where my dad wasn't the first person I would call. So until that happens,
I know
I'm not gonna be. You're just not there yet. I should be able to want to call you when something's going wrong before I call my father. And until then, clearly, why would I be married? I can't. My dad shouldn't be the first person I should be calling. It should be you. And if it's not you, you're not where you need to be.
Yeah, that's a fact. I remember talking to this one guy, and because I'm a freaking girl, I was driving my car and it ran out of gas on the highway.
I'm just a girl.
And I called him, and he was
inexcusable.
He was like, I'm drunk. I don't know what you want me to do.
You don't know what you want me to do? What kind of weak ass answer is that? Figure it the fuck out.
Y'all best believe.
No, for real.
It wasn't nothing. No. Okay, bet.
Right.
That's not what I'm looking for. I want somebody who's gonna drop everything in every moment. it does in every moment to be there for me. And if that's not what it is, then we just, what do I need to give you my time and my pussy for? This is $1 million, okay? $1 million right here. What the fuck is you talking about? All this $1 million, okay? And period.
Women be like,
wait, let me stop.
no job, no house, no car.
No, I got a car. I got a car and a job. It's $1 million. I got a car and a job. It's okay, y'all.
You really are. But a lot of women do say this.
No, yeah. A lot of
don't have a positive vision. Don't have
shit.
The table. What is $1 million?
And that's another thing that you also, as a woman, you can't attract, in my opinion, that type of person if you're not that type of woman. I agree. So, you know, it does have to go both ways.
Yeah, 100%. I think a woman's expectations should be aligned with what she is bringing to the table and what she has to offer. Yeah. You can't have the expectations of a 6-figure nigga and you are a 1-figure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do we even call? Yeah, like
you can't. It's just not realistic. It's really not. It's like how it doesn't even have to be monetary. It could be like, how can you expect or want to have a man that talks to you a certain way, treats you a certain way, and you don't even treat yourself a certain way, you know?
You don't hold yourself to a certain standard.
Yeah, if you don't have self-respect, how can you be seeking respect elsewhere?
That's a fact. Y'all better watch and learn, okay? Watch and learn. Take some tips.
Telling you.
We're giving y'all all the juicy content.
Do you have to pick?
Yeah, but we could do it right here. Okay. We could do a couple. So, you know, Aysia is such a boy-girl. She grew up with
boy-girl.
No.
Girl.
Wait,
listen. No respect to the LGBT community, but I am a...
No, there's only 2 genders.
I'm just a woman.
Which, you know, boy, girl, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, I meant you grew up with your daddy and a brother. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know, I didn't grow up watching sports like that. So
tomboy.
She's like real... Yes, a tom... Well, but you're a real girl, so I don't... Maybe I feel like you were more of a tomboy when we were younger.
Okay.
Versus
now.
So
you mean. Okay.
But I was just going to ask, you know all about sports, so who are you going for on the Super Bowl? That's where I was leading.
Oh, okay.
I know it started off bad.
Yeah, start out.
She's only a girl, you guys.
This question honestly makes me a little emotional.
Emotional? Because of why?
It makes me emotional because I really wanted to see Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl. I wanted Baltimore Ravens to go to the Super Bowl. I wanted them to win the Super Bowl. And it just didn't happen.
No, it didn't. So you're stuck with 2 teams.
Yeah. With who I'm stuck with, I would love to see Philly win because I'm so fucking sick and tired of seeing the same fucking spiel over and over and over again. I don't really care. I just don't care to see Kansas City win again. Like, shout out to them.
Yeah, because they be doing their thing.
They do, but I would love to see Philly win.
But I mean, have you been keeping up with this season? Because I feel like they've been, even though they're going to Super Bowl, they haven't been playing like extraordinary.
Yeah, no,
they've just been winning.
But Philly has been playing phenomenal, and I think they deserve to win. Now, if will they win? I don't know. Kansas City they just show up and show out when it comes time for that fucking Super Bowl.
They fucking do.
And Patrick Mahomes, he's just a hell of a quarterback.
Is he black?
Yes.
You think so?
I do think he's black.
Why?
Yes.
Because you're male. Well, you're male. I mean,
because I'm mixed.
Black, but like, you know, you mixed. Well, why do you think he's black? Because that's the thing right now. I don't know if you guys seen. It's like,
I just feel like if anyone is 50% black or more, which obviously is not a fucking exact number. Everybody is mixed to a certain extent. But I think if one of your parents is black, especially being the father, if I'm not mistaken, his dad is black, his mom is white, maybe. Mm-hmm. I think that you're black. You don't. If society perceives you let me put it this way in a very straightforward way. If white people perceive you as black, then you're black. Because that's how society operates. When you go to apply for a job, if you put, he can't check white.
Let me pull up this nigga with his curly ass hair.
He would have to check off black. Or if two or more races is an option. I just think if you're half black, you are black.
Even though
do you know anyone who calls him white? They might call him mixed. Yeah, he's mixed. But at the end of the day, if you're mixed, society's not referring to white.
I think some black people will call him a white boy.
Yeah, they'll call him a white boy. Of course they will. All black people call mixed people white boys, especially if you talk a certain way, act a certain way, and damn sure if your partner is white, yes, white people will say that. But I'm talking about on paper, nobody's going to classify him as white.
I mean, on paper, genetically, he is black. But would you put him part of our black culture?
Oh, culture? You didn't ask that.
Yeah, culture. Would you put... yeah, okay. So we got him. Yes. He's black on the paper. Would you put him a part of our black culture?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
His wife is white.
And I mean, I think we were talking about this. We were like, okay, maybe if he got like a little fade... Got some chains.
Oh, God, that's the culture.
But for real, it is a culture. As much as we like don't want to say it is, like, you know, he doesn't really associate himself with our culture.
No,
he associates himself more with
the white
culture.
Side.
Yeah. Which is nothing, you know, nothing's wrong. He is on paper. I mean, like you said, his daddy's black. He's a black guy. In my opinion, he's mixed. Like, he's mixed. You know, I wouldn't say, "Oh, look at that! Look at white boy."
I think if obviously this couldn't have happened, but theoretically, if Baltimore was playing Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, if Lamar was playing Jalen Hurts, then you could say those are two black people. It wouldn't even be a question to say two black quarterbacks. But when you think of Patrick Mahomes, it's controversial to say two black quarterbacks.
He looks like kind of Spanishy. A little or something, right?
He just looks mixed. He's just mixed. I don't even think it matters. It's hard. It's hard being black. It's hard being mixed. They're hard in different ways. But like mixed people just don't fucking fit in anywhere. You can't be white and you can't be black. And then either way it's controversial. True.
Because some white people will not accept him as just
they won't, and black people won't either. And maybe if his wife was black, then maybe more black people would say classify him more as black. But just he probably can't win for losing. No matter what he do, he's gonna get.
Do you know
get shit for it?
I understand because at the end of the day, if his father is the man who's raising him and went for a white woman, you're probably not raising your son in the black culture. You're not even raising him to love black women. You're not, because you love a white woman. And
that's what he's seen.
And that's what he's grown up with. And you know, but one thing, you know, I feel like within our black culture or within black people, a lot of black wealth comes from, unfortunately, and I will say unfortunately, comes from sports. And
sports and music.
Yeah, sports and entertainment. It comes from sports and entertainment. And we need to continue to build black wealth.
Yeah.
And when we do have these people, these black men who are the majority of our black wealth that do procreate and now just create little white babies who probably will go off and create more white babies, we do lose our black wealth. But that is just my personal opinion.
But it's not even just black wealth. It's black anything. You know, they say
that's true.
There's some type of scientific study or something like that says by 20, I don't know. So it's not in our generation, obviously. But not that long from now, that there won't be black, there won't be white. In America, at least, everyone will be mixed. Everyone will be beige. Because everybody
will be mixed.
Seriously, because everybody is having these interracial, you know, couples and children, which is, you know, some people don't think it's right. Some people think
we're both mixed, so it's like
right. Some people should some people think, you know, black people should stay with black people, you know, but eventually, if not, there's still obviously other countries, but in America, quote unquote, black people could go extinct for real because of all the black and white, black and Asian, black Hispanic, white and Asian. There's because our generations are becoming so open-minded. That's just what's happening. People are attracted to who they're attracted to. You know,
and there's nothing wrong. Like I said, I'm half black, half Korean.
Yeah.
But, you know, even though I wasn't even raised I was raised mostly by my mother. I thought it was very important for me to procreate with somebody who was black. I wanted to create a black family.
Yeah, and why do you think that?
I think there's so much beauty in being black. There's so much beauty in being Asian as well.
Seriously,
I don't know why I laugh, but there's so much beauty and there's so much beauty in being black. Even though there's a lot of hardships that come with it, I wanted to procreate with somebody who was black and create a black family.
And that's valid. I respect that. I think, I'm not saying this is your case, but I think in general, I think that mixed people have a need or a desire to overcompensate for being mixed because of the perceptions that society puts on being mixed. Like, oh, you're not black.
Oh, you're not black enough.
You're not black enough. So then mixed people feel the need to be, quote unquote, blacker or, you know, speak a certain way, act a certain way, want to embrace the blackness, when really if all these societal like opinions didn't exist, you probably wouldn't even been thinking about black is beautiful. You probably wouldn't even think about anything.
That's true.
Just think, this is what I am. Whoever I end up with is who I end up with. Like I love my Asian side, I love my black side. But society just makes it such a fucking thing.
It is a thing. It definitely is. I could see that for sure. But I think like growing up, like I had my Korean friends and I literally had my black friends. Like I literally had full Korean friends, like really close, just Korean friends. And like I said, I grew up in Korean culture, but I just love the beauty. Like I think black is just beautiful, and I wanted to create a beautiful black baby. But you're right. If there wasn't the perception of black versus this and that, would I have felt the same?
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, for real. Who knows? But I love me some black men, and I definitely wasn't about to go date me no Asian man. They look at me.
I just don't like how certain black people make it. What's the word? I don't like how they project certain things onto mixed people.
Oh yeah,
as if someone just chose to be mixed, and it's like you make it like Patrick Mahomes. He didn't fucking choose to be half black and half white, and now it's this whole thing. Oh, you're not black.
Yeah,
and it's like, damn, nigga, I'm just born. Why? I don't want to be shit. Like, damn, my mom is white, my dad is black. Why is it this whole fucking thing? And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate this is even, but it's just so deep rooted and like systematic that it just is what it is. You just have to deal with it. If you're mixed, you have to deal with shit. If you're black, you have to deal with shit. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and I agree.
It's like, damn, like this is, for him, it's like, this is my family, this is my mom. Obviously, I love it the same way as I love my dad. Yeah. It's just like,
now I'm over here like, what? I'm not black
playing
enough.
Tug of war. Like I'm too black to be white. I'm too white to be black. And now I'm just here getting shit for being born and being good at football. Like, damn.
No, that is true. I think we do have to kind of move on from the just black white thing. But that is our society. At the end of the day, you know. Unfortunately, that is America, though. Where that's how America's run. That's how it goes. I personally don't think anytime soon will it be an equal world.
No, it won't be anytime soon. It would be eventually very, very, very far in the future, and it's only very because of all the interracial, as everyone will be mixed. It's not because of one day black people and white people would just fucking kumbaya and everything will be okay. It's not about that. It's gonna dissolve into something where you don't have a choice but to be okay with everybody, because there's not gonna be a one. Yeah, you know.
Even my kid, I'm gonna raise them to speak Korean. Like I'm gonna raise them in both both cultures. So they might one day go say, I want to date a Korean, or I want to date they're not gonna date. I'm gonna date a Korean, or they might be open to dating a Spanish person or whatever, because I'm going to raise them in just different cultures and being open. I'm not gonna raise them like, oh, you're black, so you need to date a black person.
Yeah, no.
Like just they're gonna be they're gonna have so much culture.
Yeah,
and my partner is Spanish as well, so they might go and do whatever they do,
I just, people always say like, oh, would you date a white man? Would you date an Asian man? Would you
date a white man?
My thing is like, I'm not gonna be with nobody that I can't relate to and that can't relate to me.
I think that's a good point that I didn't even say earlier. It's about being I think that's another good point. I never felt like I could relate to a white person. Period. You can't. A white person cannot understand me. Period.
That's what it comes down to. It comes down to understanding, relatability, empathy. Today, that's and like you can teach people certain things about yourself, but who wants to have to? Some things shouldn't have to or want to teach. Today, I was walking outside with one of my Caucasian coworkers, and it was sprinkling. My hair's straight. So we walk outside, I'm like, oh God, it's raining. I didn't have a hood or nothing. He was like, it's just sprinkling. Who cares? And I just blurted out,
just little things. Like,
you're not black. I was like, oh shit.
But I wish I would have
thought he was just like,
that's a good
like, for real, you think it's just sprinkling because your fucking hair not about to be damn frizzy and looking crazy in the workplace now, is it? And he was like, oh, sorry, I have an umbrella. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I want my nigga to be like, here, take my hoodie. No questions asked, because you already know why I'm complaining about the rain. I'll explain to you.
But I didn't even think about that. And that is I forgot about that. That's another reason I also wanted to procreate with somebody black, because even though I'm mixed, I went to school with 70% white people. One time I had a teacher in high school, so we're all grown, tell me I should play the slave in a play.
That's crazy.
His name was Mr. Jones, North Gwinnett, big old fat white guy. And you know what? He told me I should play the slave. So you know how I felt? Even though I'm mixed, it's like you said earlier, white people are gonna look at me like I'm black. So
exactly.
when I had to experience certain things in life, how could I go and date even an Asian person is not going to fully understand me as a black person?
But that's why when you said about Patrick Mahomes, I said, yeah, he's mixed, yeah, he's a white one, whatever. But at the end of the day, when he's in certain rooms, he's still going to be looked at as the black guy. So it's just like, you can't, no matter what you try to say, you can't just like take that away from someone or just classify them however you perceive them. It's just fact of the matter.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, another thing that happened at work, our job wasn't closed for MLK Day this year, and in our little like team meeting, whatever, our supervisor, not thinking about anything, she's just like, "Oh, we're open on MLK Day," and I could just feel everybody looking at me like, and I'm like, "Damn." It's like, do I make a joke about it? Do I address the elephant in the room? I was just like, all right, well, I should still get off, right?
You should just start repeating the
literally, and then you just hear them overcompensating, like, damn, we should get MLK Day off. That is just wrong. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't fucking care. You're just saying that because I'm the only black person in the room. Like shit like that. Yes. You can either relate or you just can't relate. You know?
I agree. That was a really good point that I totally forgot about.
You know, and if there's some level of love and attraction out there that just makes it so worth it that you don't even have to relate, like, yeah, I love you so much and I'm willing to teach you all this shit, cool.
Cool, yeah.
Cool.
It can happen. But that would...
You know, some people are open to learning.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
do want to learn about other people's cultures and all that. I don't have the energy to do all that.
To teach that.
And so, I just want somebody to know that I want a satin pillowcase or a bonnet so that my hair is not looking like shit in the morning. I don't need you to ask me, why do you need to do that? Why do you gotta put lotion on? Why do you not want to walk in the rain?
And it's also hard for anybody. At the end of the day, America is racist in certain degrees to certain stuff. And how can I expect somebody who doesn't understand to teach my son who has to go out into the world how to protect himself as a black man?
Yeah.
I don't, I just...
It's a relatability thing, man.
Yep.
It's unfortunate.
It is. But that's our world for us. But we'll see in 2067 how everybody's all light skin and shit.
Damn, I feel bad how I kind of fake blacked on that dude earlier who was like, it's just sprinkling. And I was like, well, you're not black.
Yeah, that was like, I was like, oh shit.
He was like, well, I did. I said that, and immediately he was like, well, I understand. He was like, one of my good friends is black.
They always say that. Like, I know somebody.
One of my good friends is black. I was just like,
I have a friend who's black. I do get it. No, you don't.
Okay, or you wouldn't have made that comment.
You don't get it.
I just had to. Yeah, if you see this, I'm sorry. I really am. You have good intentions,
Okay, do you want to do one more topic to wrap it up?
So bad. I do. What did I send you?
Oh, you sent me. Okay. It was like, what makes somebody...
Oh.
Okay. We'll do the... Okay.
Okay, let's play He's a 10, but... Alright, he's a 10. He's fine. He's got his career together. He's tall. He's good in the bedroom. Everything's perfect. But... he's a mama's boy.
It depends how bad it is, because there's this show on TLC, like Mom's Boy or whatever.
He's a mama's boy, like, oh, my mom needs this, I gotta go.
0.
Oh, 0? Straight 0? Not even a little 5?
I'm at some point, I mean, once I become a man, you could put your moms, especially even in Asian culture, it's important. Mothers are important. Your parents even come live with you once they get old. Like, parents are important, but I at this point should be the number one woman in your life. And because of the man I chose, or because of the woman I am, I'm always gonna respect your mother.
Destiny, get in the backseat. My mom's sitting in the car.
No, that's not like, we wouldn't even have that problem. Like I shouldn't even have that problem with your mother. But because if that's how it's gonna be, I don't. 0.
0. Okay.
I'm not dating no, like, no. I'm not
I
dating
think
no
I feel the same way. I wouldn't give him 0 though. I'd probably give him a 3.
Okay, I could see a 3 or 4. You meet them in the middle a little bit, but it is a turn off to me. Like,
it is a turn off.
I'm not dating a mama's boy. Like, y'all go fuck each other.
And then those type of moms don't even like you. No way.
Yes, like, I'm not about to deal with that.
Thankfully, every person I've ever dealt with, their mom has always loved me. I've always had a great relationship with the mom, and the whole thing has never been. If I get in the car, the mom always tells me to sit in the front seat. Like, go ahead. And I'm respectful. I'm like, no, like, you, of course, you can sit in the front. Like, you got to, I'm chill. But I always have, like, a good relationship with mom. So when I be seeing all these moms acting crazy and tripping, I'd be like,
Yeah, I can't.
Could never be me because my attitude is bad. And I'm
don't
respectful.
have time for that.
But if your mama try me, I'm
yeah, who wants to be part of a family and that's how it is? Like,
nobody.
When you date somebody and you eventually get married, we're all supposed to be a family. Like, I'm supposed to be your daughter. You're not supposed to treat me like
stink.
Yeah. Okay. He's a 10, but he's dirty. Like, not cleaning up his stuff.
0. Oh wait, you mean his he's messy?
Yeah, like,
or
messy.
His hygiene.
Both. Like, he don't clean up after himself. He maybe not, like, he gets in the shower like every other day.
0. What the nigga name from Hoes? 0. Hector Zeroni. 0.
Yeah,
Hell no.
I agree with you.
I don't give a damn how fine you are. You dirty. You stink.
Yeah.
And you're messy. Ew.
Yeah, I agree.
Ew. It don't matter what you look like if you stink.
I agree. Zero. I can't.
Zero. No.
And niggas
nothing.
like
I don't care.
sweat more and stuff. Like
Ew. Ain't nothing. Ew. Sweaty balls, dirty fingernails, must.
I feel like niggas should be more cleaner than females. The niggas that like on it.
I love a man with good hygiene.
Yeah, shower multiple times. I like niggas who shower twice a day.
Shower, clean. My ex was so clean, like so clean, like kept the house clean, like his hygiene clean, like nails clean, clothes, hair, everything like clean. So I don't see a nigga that's clean. So anything else is I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a 10, but he got a little wee-wah.
How little?
It's pretty little, like skinny.
Oh, skinny? Skinny? It's a pencil going in and out. It's a finger. Getting finger, you might as well just use your fingers.
But he's so fine.
Wait. Oh, no.
You know someone who's so fine that has a little
Well, we know. Y'all don't know, but we know.
Okay, so what did that bring him down to? From a 10 to a what?
Peace out, buddy. I mean, God, maybe a 3, 4, like. I mean, I don't know. That's hard because when you start dealing with somebody, I think it depends. If you get to know somebody and y'all have sex or intercourse or do whatever later on in the relationship, then maybe it could be like, okay, I can deal with this. But if you guys do it in the beginning, it's like, and then you kind of be out of there. So I feel like it could go between a 3 to a 6, depending on the situation. 3 to 6.
Okay.
What do you think?
If he's a 10 and he has a little pee-pee, yeah, I'll probably bring him to a 4.
Okay, yeah. So in the middle, yeah, okay. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay. He's a 10, but he has no style. He dresses bad.
Does he dresses bad, or he just dresses
can't
simple?
Dress. No, he can't dress. Like outfits is just ugly. Like it's like, nigga, where the fuck is you going with that shit on? I
think. Hear me out. I think that I would still give him an 8, and I would just dress him.
I was thinking the same thing. I would give him a little higher.
That could be worked on. That's okay. Yes. You fine as hell. You just can't dress. All right, we just gonna have to swap out your wardrobe.
I agree. I'm right there with you. 8. We can fix that. We can work on that.
Bring you back up.
Bring you right back up to a
10, nigga. Okay. He's a 10, but he don't make no money.
0. The fuck? I'm gonna be with a broke nigga for. We're mad grown. 0.
Okay.
Broke why? Broke why though? I mean, if he was like went broke because he was trying to start a business, but if he just broke, 0.
But what if he was broke? But what if he was broke, but he could do better? Maybe he had the desire to do better.
2. Oh fuck.
Okay. There's no broke people at all for you. Okay. That's fair. It's only fair because you having it. It's only fair because you got money, so you can say shit like that. If you were broke, I would have been like, bitch, what are you? You finding broke too.
Yeah, I can't. I just no, I can't.
That's fine.
You know, I think even when I was trying to figure out, you know, I've never been broke. Like, don't like, you know, even younger, I always been on my shit. So 0.
Okay.
Like I said, maybe 2 if you trying to get there, but nigga, this probably won't go far.
Okay.
At all.
Let's hear a couple more.
Okay. Damn, I have one in my head too. He's a 10, but he's short. Like when you wear heels, you're taller than him.
Like Jacquees?
Yeah, that nigga's mad short, bro. Sorry.
Okay.
To you and your girl.
7.
Okay.
What about you?
I think times are changing, so I would do like
I wouldn't be with him, but he'd still be a 7.
I'd do like 6.
Okay.
Yeah, a 6, because I think, like I said, times is changing, so now we're seeing these tall women date these rich, short little men. You know, you got to come with a little something if you want me to look down on you. When I wear heels, like, you got to bring something to the table.
Okay, he's a 10, but he paints his nails.
0. How many nails is he painting?
All of them.
0.
What if it was just a couple?
If he painted like 1, I could maybe one nail?
For what? One nail?
Maybe 1. Okay, 2. If he painted 1 or 2, okay, but
I agree.
if you do like a clear, I could do the clear thing.
No,
the clear thing is cool, but you know, if you wanted to, look what I did, I painted my nail. I'll be like, haha, babe. But if you come like, I painted my nail,
like he's going to the nail salon just as much as you.
Yeah, 0. I'm not dating a nigga who paints his nails. The fuck,
I'm damn sure not being with nobody that paint his nails, but I wouldn't give him a 0 if he's a 10. He's still fine. He just paints his nails. I'd probably give him a 7. A 7 that I wouldn't be with.
So, okay, that you wouldn't be with. Okay, well, shit, if we talking about that, he a 10, but he a booty hole play with.
You love it. He probably a 12 and you're on.
I am not fucking on. I'm sorry, that's some gay shit. Oh, you know, I don't want to judge people. Actually, I shouldn't have said that because everybody everybody is different in the bedroom. Some people like certain things, you know, but I would never in my life play with no man's booty hole. And if you ask me that, I promise you on everything, I would get up and leave. I'm that type of person. I would leave you right there with your butt in the air. Dead ass. It's not even funny. I would leave you right there. And you should know me. I would leave. Like, tickle it. Tickle what? Tickle what?
You would done leave right there.
Tickle what, nigga?
Yeah, no. It's just a big all caps no for me.
Not even a little pinky? Not a little pinky?
Not nothing. I'm not going.
Not a little pinky?
I'm not going. No. A 0. A big 0. What if he's a 10 but he doesn't eat coochie?
Oh, fuck. I've been in that situation before.
You have?
Yes, but I'm grown now. So
really?
With who?
He didn't eat coochie.
What? Like maybe he just wasn't his thing.
I think you did tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is he? A 10? He was a 10? And didn't eat coochie. Now you're
But I'm grown now, so that's not like.
So now
I have more like I would say like a 4 or 5. Wait, no, I can't do that. 0. I'm not sucking no dick and you ain't eating my
I was
pussy.
gonna say, if you ain't doing that, I'm not doing
if it was
it
just
either.
if it was just pow pow pow,
Yeah.
and that was it, then maybe I could give you, you know, whatever.
I
but
think if he was a 10 and he didn't eat
I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't.
and the dick was really good though, then
But that's all we would have to do, though. That's literally all. There would be no foreplay. There would be no anything. Like, that's all it would have to be. That's why I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't want to please me.
yeah, I would
But wants me to please him.
I would probably give it a 5.
That's why I say like a 4 or 5. Like, you know, but I wouldn't be with them. Like, I couldn't be with somebody like that. No, I don't know.
Okay, he's a 10, but he's a cheater.
Oh, I swear I was gonna say that as my next one. I swear I was gonna say that. 0. If we're in a relationship, you 10, but you're a cheater. 0. Not gonna, because first of all, that's dangerous to my health. Like, you're gonna make my pH go off. You're gonna bring home an STD. Next thing you know, you're gonna bring home a baby. 0.
It's a threat. He's a threat.
He's a threat to my health and my life and my livelihood.
He's a 10, but he's a cheater. Do I know he's a cheater, or I find out he's
You
a
know
cheater?
he's a cheater.
If I know he's a cheater, if I know he's a cheater, he still might be a 10. I just wouldn't be with him. You a 10, you fine as hell. We just can't be in a relationship. I could keep,
0.
Actually, I know one. I know a 10 who's a cheater.
We all do.
He's still a 10, he's just a cheater. I wouldn't be with him.
I mean, I guess look-wise, you would still be fine, but I wouldn't want to, like, even deal with you. I wouldn't want to lay with you. I wouldn't want to do anything with you because, like, I mean, I guess it depends.
You know
on
how
your
some
life.
seasons of life you just need a fuck buddy?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I guess it depends where you are in your life. If that's just, if you're single and you're not trying to be in a relationship, then, okay, you could still be a 10.
Okay, that's what I was
But
thinking.
I feel like if you're cheating, that means you guys are in a relationship. If we use the word cheater, then we're in a relationship. If you're a cheater and we're in a relationship, then
No, I don't think so. I
you're
just,
0.
I don't think that means we're in a relationship. I just know that if he was to be in a relationship, he would cheat.
Oh, it'd be good. Oh, okay.
Like, he just not loyal.
Yeah.
Like, Quavo. Like Sweetie was saying, how he's just
He's just a horn dog or something.
just like addicted to sex or something. Like,
Yeah, that's a little too much for me though. Like, nigga, is my pussy even good to you, or is it just a pussy?
it don't even be about that. Men just be having it.
Yeah, it's just being. You just wanna.
Okay, let me think about another really.
Okay, do one more. One good one.
Okay, do you have one?
No, you just
Okay,
used my
alright.
last one.
What do I fucking hate? What do I fucking hate about a man? Okay, I don't fucking hate this about a man. This hasn't happened to me, but he's a 10, but he smokes cigarettes.
0.
It's like,
I realized doing this, I got standards because I got like some high standards because 0. Ew, that stinks. How am I gonna
wait, he's a 10, but he snores dumb loud.
Oh, 10. My nigga snores.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I would love to take my headphones off. Please don't make that noise again. I literally can't do it. You are a whomping 2. You go down from a 10 to a 2, and I actually wouldn't be in a relationship with you unless you got surgery or did something to handle it. Because I'm a
They had a really long night.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, they a chronic snorer though?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
a very, very light sleeper. And that shit will literally keep me awake all night. Like, I cannot stay asleep when someone's snoring loud. I literally can't. And then I feel like this shit the next day because I didn't get any sleep. I look like shit. I feel like shit.
I guess
I can't thrive on anything less than like 7 hours of sleep. So if I'm up all night because you're fucking snoring, no, I can't do it. 0.
Yeah, I guess that's the
Tops.
difference. I can sleep through anything. It's really bad.
I can't. No.
Yeah.
You snore, I'm going to jump out of my sleep.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, now.
Great.
I love you.
I love you too.
Great episode. Make sure you guys tune in next month to see your favorite two. Me and Aysia.
Yeah. We might have a guest this time, though. We'll see.
Definitely. We want to start off the new year so you guys can remember how amazing we are. So take the shots.
Ugh, this boy.
I know. We're killing ourselves. How do you say when you end something? Take. Is it take? Action.
That's when you start.